Yes, hello everybody and welcome along to the John Cain Arena here in Melbourne as the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers continue. And today we are focusing on Group B with China taking on Chinese Taipei. Already a few people inside the John Cain Arena, this magnificent stadium here in Melbourne. One of the best cities in the world, as we just have a little look at how Group B stands right now. And well, Australia have already guaranteed their spot through to the second round, 4-0 for them, with China currently in second. They have played one game fewer than Australia and Japan. China 2-1, Japan 1-3, and Chinese Taipei, well, time is very much running out for them, 0-3. This is a must-win game for them to stand any chance whatsoever of qualifying through. Remember, every single game counts because the points that you accrue from the first window and the first round of qualifying, they then roll over to the second round of qualifying. So each team will know that they cannot afford to take their foot off the gas for 1 second here. So even if China potentially go into a big lead here against Chinese Taipei, they will want to just keep on pressing and win by as many points as possible. So Chinese Taipei will just be introduced to the crowd here. And they, of course, debuted Will Artino back in the February window. And it was pretty successful as well. Artino played really well, both in terms of his own production, but also getting his teammates involved as well. So it was a good sign for Chinese Taipei having Will Artino in their ranks now. They fielded a less experienced group, really, around their new star man. And they can now look to try and integrate a few more established players from their talent pool that they have. But in Artino, they have someone who can shoot from the outside, he can play in the paint as well, he can pass the ball. And I suppose Chinese Taipei can now kind of look to try and build a team around Will Artino. But yeah, they need to figure out things pretty quickly to keep their World Cup hopes alive. As for China, well, 2-1 so far. And they, of course, come into this window with 2 games scheduled against Australia. They've already lost 1 of those. And they'll be looking at this game here against Chinese Taipei to really kickstart this final window. So the teams have been announced. We're just 6 or 7 minutes away from tip-off, but we will just pause momentarily for the national anthems. So the formalities completed, and we are just a couple of minutes away from tip-off here. So we just have a look at the referees today. That is Christian Pickering, Chen Wing Leong, and Budi Marfan from New Zealand, Singapore, and India, respectively. Always the best officials for the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. The Chinese Taipei, as I said, they know that time is very much running out, and they have a rather uphill task on their hands today against such a powerful nation in China. If they are to keep their World Cup qualifying hopes alive, they've not made a FIBA Basketball World Cup since 1959. It has been a long old time. They finished 4th that year when it was held in Chile. As we just have a look at their starting 5, go with Lin, Tang, Chang, Lu, and Chen. They've been very reliant on Will Artino in qualifying, but they're going to have to try and do it without him today, which is a bit of a blow for Chinese Taipei, as he leads the team in points and in rebounds. And there is their coach, Chun San-cho, former star player, and has been in charge for, well, a little while now, actually, since about 2017. And as for China, as I said, they will play Australia twice in this window, so it's a busy 4 days, because they'll play Chinese Taipei twice and Australia twice. So they lost 76 points to 69 yesterday against Australia. Tough, of course, with Australia having home court advantage here in Melbourne. They kept it relatively close. This is their starting 5. They go with Zhao, Gu, Zhou, and Hu. The big man, Qi Zhao, has been their star man by some distance, really, averaging 20 points per game and averaging 14.5 rebounds a game. Staggering numbers from the big centre for China. So he will be looking to do damage on both ends of the floor today. It's going to be interesting to see how Chinese Taipei try and deal with him. There is Feng Du, the head coach of China. She competed at the 2004-2008 Summer Olympics as a player. But for China, well, they will just want to get off to a quick start. Can they put this game to bed in the opening quarter, 2 quarters here? That will be their game plan. They've disappointed in recent years, have China, at the World Cups. Of course, in 2019, when it was actually held in China, they finished back in 24th position. They didn't qualify in 2014. They finished 16th in 2010. So they could really do with having a good World Cup. Such a powerhouse nation. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how they do try and deal with Qi Zhao. Feel as though that's where this game could be won and lost. Can Chinese Taipei hang with China here? 0-3 so far in qualifying, with a points difference of -61 as well. They have scored 203, they have conceded 264. And when you look at the stats coming into this game, I mean, every single stat basically is in favour of China. terms of two-point field goal percentage, way ahead, 56% compared to 42. Three-point field goal. Their free throws, they're out rebounding Chinese Taipei. So it's going to be tough here for Chinese Taipei, but the beauty of live sport, you have no idea what is going to happen. Here we go then. It is China against Chinese Taipei, a must-win game for Taipei. But it is China who control the tip and get this one underway. Drives inside and draws the foul. Good positive start from Ailan Guo. Well, looks as though he's come off second best there. So we hope that Ping Sheng Lin is okay. But it's Ailan at the line. Haven't been great from the foul line in this qualifying window of China. Only averaging 66% from the stripe, so that's something they'll want to improve, and they missed both early on here. Here is Chung Sang Lu. Oh, perfect start for Chinese Taipei. Even things like that can just boost the confidence somewhat. And here is the danger man, Qi Zhao, although he's had it taken out of his hands. And now the fast break is on. A chance for a three. It goes up, but was never online. And the rebound taken in by Ailan. Trying to get it into Qi Zhao again. And this time able to draw the foul. Foul goes on now. Chao Hao Chen. Oh, it's another turnover. This has been a really sloppy start here from China. A couple of turnovers already. And Chinese Taipei off to the perfect start. Another foul is called, though. Qi Zhao spins, makes the 2 and 1. And that is just a little glimpse of what this guy is all about. Absolutely brilliant. So difficult to stop. Here's Zhou Qi. And completes the three-point play. So after a slow start, maybe that will just get them going. And now they've got the turnover themselves. And all of a sudden, China have burst into life. Oh, they got away with that, they have. Poor hands, but shot clock is counting down, so the 3 just had to go up. Zhou Ailan with the rebounds. Trying to go coast to coast here is Ailan, throws up the layup, can't get it to go. Big rebounds. And Zhou Qi once again causing havoc. Draws the foul. Chinese Taipei already in a bit of foul bother in this opening quarter. Comes up way short. He threw an air ball. (2.16 is Zhou Qi. (7'1". Tries to shoot over him and does. It's a beautiful layup. Again, another foul is called. Slightly concerning start in terms of the amount of fouls that they've conceded here. Chinese Taipei still with 7 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock in this opening quarter. So Hu Mingchen makes makes one from the line, and they lead by 2 here, China. That's good stuff. Zhou Qi again, back there in defensive capacity this time, just swatting that one away. Doesn't even have to jump. That's poor work on the perimeter there from the Chinese defense. Way too much time for Chinese Taipei, and they've been punished once again. There goes Zhou Qi again, draws the foul, and it'll be another trip to the foul line. Hasn't had to travel far. Good news for Zhou Qi. Actually plies his trade at the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Was selected back in the day by the Houston Rockets. He was a round 2 pick in the NBA draft back in 2016. Had a year at Houston. Here is Chen Yue. More than happy to allow Shunsu Yao the look at the 3. Can't get it to go, and defensive rebound by Gu Chuan. Here is Zhou Jiwei. It's a beautiful pass out to the corner. The 3 goes up. Palin can't get it to go. Catches his own rebound, drives inside, and puts the layup away. And China have a 4-point lead now, their biggest lead of the game so far. Just over 6 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Got a little fortunate. Rebound came straight back to him there. Pulls up, throws the 2. No good. And Zhou Qi with another rebound. And another 3 goes up from that corner. Another one comes up short. And this time China called on the foul. Chinese Taipei will have it. Just a little too zealous to try and pick up that rebound there. It was Hu Mingchen. First team foul Tours, he's stolen it. Yes, he has. That is brilliant. Not only to get the steal, but then to keep it in bounds. And now can he finish it off with a 3? It's a shame, it deserved it, but surprise, surprise, Zhou Qi is able to draw the foul underneath, and it'll be yet another trip to the stripe. Just have a look at this again. Not only the anticipation to get the steal, but to then somehow stay in bounds as well, and then find a teammate with the behind-the-back pass. And we have a timeout called, 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go, called by Chinese Taipei.
OK 吗？如果是发边线，底线才炒3角。好，那我有时候来不及的情况之下，就直接我可能拆2个，对不对？来做挡人拆，可以使用。不行的，只有这个人在插中药。好，那现在进攻在做的时候，注意看哈，我们先用 C 的概念去走，他会做交换，对不对 ？C 给2，是不是拆走？来，先站起来，站起来，站起来，这边挡人开换，马上就抢位了，来，你要让我变到这边，对。
Well, it's been a solid enough start here from Chinese Taipei, but as we thought, they are just struggling to deal with this man here. Yet another trip to the foul line for him. He's got 6 points, 3 rebounds already. But he's struggling a little bit from the stripe. 4 from 6 now. Just about made the seconds. Here is Lu Chengxiang. Once again, happy to allow him the outside shot. Shot clock is counting down here, though, to 3. Has to get it away. Tough-looking shot. It's a good defensive possession. They've got the offensive rebound, though. Thought about throwing it up again, then did Cheng Chenya. And in the end, does well to draw the foul. But again, China forcing pretty difficult looks here. So a host of changes here for China. 4 of the 5 making way. So Zhu Zhenlong, Zhao Ru, Zhu Ji, and Wang Xilin all come onto the floor. So it's only Ai Lun who has actually remained. So Tang also heads to the bench. Look at 2 free throws here. Sun Zhu Yao. First points of the game for him. Here is Zhao Rui. Bit of respite here for Chinese Taipei with Zhou Qi on the bench. It's only a 1-possession game still. Looks to try and tie this game up. Couldn't quite bring in the offensive rebound, and China with a chance to make it a 2-possession game once again. Out to the corner, thought about the 3, instead comes inside. That right-hand jump hook shot is no good, and in the end, decision actually goes Chinese Taipei's way. think Sun Zhu Yao maybe just asking the officials why the foul wasn't called down the other end of the floor. Yeah, that's a poor possession there for Chinese Taipei after working so hard to get the decision. Just give the ball straight back to China. Good pass underneath, that's too easy. Oh, it should have been too easy anyway. Eventually gets there at the second time of asking. So Wang Zhelin is off and running. Poor defensive possession really from Chinese Taipei. All started with that inbound pass as well, the previous possession. Give the turnover away. So again, China making it as difficult as they can do. Throws up the air ball, that's good stuff from Tang Wei-Che. Completely aware to what was going on. Aylin again just pulls up, throws the two, can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound there, and then he's called on the travel. And China will turn it over once again. A little too many turnovers for China's liking right now. Chinese Taipei at the moment doing a good job of very much staying in touch right here. 15 points to 12. Nowhere near as he kept it in bounds. He has. Oh, and he's gone for the one over the back, and still somehow Chinese Taipei have it. And in the end, he's done brilliantly well to draw the foul, and he'll head to the line and shoot two. Look at this though, so clever, just try to go back over the board, and good work from Tang Wei-Che. Keep the ball alive, and he will head to the line and shoot a couple. 4 points for him so far today. So 1 point game with just over 3 minutes to go. Another foul though. It's been a bit of a scrappy opening quarter. A lot of fouls. Hasn't quite been able to flow as perhaps we would have liked. And makes them both. So China stay out in front by 3, 17 points to 14. Here is Ling Bengsheng. Oh, as he just stepped out of bounds. Or was it a foul that's been called? Foul has been called. Doesn't look too happy about it either. There's Zhao Jiwei. Just a very cheap trip to the stripe here for Ling Bingsheng. And Makes them both. Just trying to keep this tempo up here. Here is Zhou Jiwei. Good ball movement this from China. Zhou Jiwei, the shot clock is counting down to 2. Found the open look and finished with a 3. First 3 of the game for either team. And it goes the way of China after some brilliant ball movement and passing there to open up the space. Get the open look in the end. And Zhu Ji made absolutely no mistake. Good work again on the offensive glass. He'll be disappointed not to have put it away. And this is a slightly better tempo now. Can't get the 2 to go. And in the end, a foul is called once again. That was the play just a second ago. Beautiful pass from Zhou Jiwei. And absolutely no mistake with the 3. 3-point game, just under 2 minutes to go. Again, good ball movement. This tried to drive across the baseline. Another foul is called, though. They've been in the penalty with 7.5 minutes basically to go in this opening quarter, Chinese Taipei. So there's been so many trips to the stripe here for China. Something they're going to have to work on as this match goes on. Way too many easy looks. Fortunately, though, for Chinese Taipei, they've not really been punished for them. Shooting at just 64% from the line so far today. Makes one of the 2. Oh, it's brilliant stuff. How good is that? And now up the other end, can they finish it off? Oh, no, they can't. They've thrown it out of bounds. That's a real shame after what we just saw on the defensive end. Look at that. Get out of my house. Absolutely no way through. Xu Junlong. Unfortunately, all that hard work went to waste, as they then just threw it straight out of bounds up the other end of the floor. That's a lovely pass, but just couldn't quite squeeze it through, but it did come off Xu Junlong last, so Chinese Taipei will keep it with 5 seconds left on the clock. Seconds to go. Can one team finish with a flourish here? Can China look to put a little bit of distance between them? Well, this will help. As the 3 goes down, Zhou Jiwei makes it a 7-point game, the biggest lead of this game so far. Did well, actually, not to travel there. That's great stuff again on the defensive end, this time from Wang Zhelin. And you just get the impression that China are beginning to up it here. last minute or so of this opening quarter. It's been a little scrappy. I don't think they've been anywhere near their best here, China, but even with that, they have an opportunity to try and put themselves 9 points ahead. Yeah, just about gets the roll with the seconds, and 9 points ahead is exactly where China find themselves. Can they make it a double-digit lead heading into the second quarter? You wouldn't have really thought that that was looking likely 90 seconds or so ago, but just feel as though the intensity has lifted right towards the back end of this first quarter. Now the shot clock is down again, and in the end they forced another shot. They were able to get the offensive rebound. That's good work from Chang Chen-Ya. And now the final possession of this opening quarter belongs to Chinese Taipei, who's gone for the behind-the-back pass. And in the end, it's a wide-open look. And Chang Chen-Ya cannot make it. And in the end, it is China who will be pretty happy with that opening quarter. It's China 26, Chinese Taipei 17. Well, a lot of free throws for China, 17 in total. They made 12 of them. Struggling from two-point range, though, both teams, just 36% for China. Have to try and up that. Here's a look at the best plays from the opening quarter. So your reminder to download the Courtside 1891 app, guide you through all the World Cup qualifying games, all the latest news and highlights, everything you could possibly desire. So make sure that you get that on whatever device you are using at home. Chinese Taipei, they're probably thinking, well, I'm not really sure we deserve to be 9 points back here. It seemed like it was pretty close for most of that opening quarter. Just the final 90 seconds or so, really, that really went China's way. So Zhou Qi is back on the floor for China. 7 points and 3 rebounds already for him. Nice for him that he was able to rest up for 5 or 6 minutes in that opening quarter. Played a lot of minutes against Australia yesterday. And it is a busy 4 days with 4 games in a row. Very nearly a turnover straight away. 3 seconds again on the clock once more. Chinese Taipei have to fire from a long way out. They didn't actually get the reset there, so 24-second violation is called. Excuse me, I said 4 games in a row. Actually, they don't play tomorrow, so they'll play yesterday, today, and then Sunday and Monday. I think they're just going to have a little look here to see whether the ball hit the rim and whether they actually got a reset or not. I think it did, because they obviously got the offensive rebound, but then the 24-second violation was called, but I think it did hit the rim. So looks as though Chinese Taipei will keep it, and they'll get another 14 seconds on the clock here. I think the correct decision has been made there. Drives inside, tries to get the pass away. Did actually pretty well, and with the left-hand hook shot, gets it to go. That's really good stuff from Chinese Taipei. Zhu Ji. And an offensive foul has been called here, so China will turn it over. Have a little look what happened here. Yeah, I mean, pretty obvious one for the official. Here's Ling Bingshen. Sun Zhuyao. Now Lu Chan Shang throws it up, and it's good. Just about wriggled down. Great start to this second quarter for Chinese Taipei, and they get that lead back to 5. Foul is called. They want the and one, but it's not going to count. Certainly looked as though the player kind of finished and then threw it up afterwards. That was the two that we just saw. Only just squeezed its way in. Have to throw it up. Great possession from Chinese Taipei. They've started this second quarter really quickly here, both on the offensive and defensive end. So it's another blank possession for China. Double the number of turnovers for China to Chinese Taipei so far today. Oh, and Chinese Taipei will keep it. Good hustle from Elon. Very nearly picked his pocket. Actually a little unlucky there that the last touch came off him. Comes in, throws the long two. That's a shot they're not too disappointed in giving them. And here is Zhou Qi, can't get the shot to go. It's another rebound for him, and this time, at the second time of asking, Zhou Qi puts it in. He's up to 9 points personal, 7-point game. Oh, they've got lucky again there, because that was going straight out of bounds. It's just taken a little deflection on the way through. I think it was off Gu Chuan. So Chinese Taipei will keep it. Still 14 seconds on the clock. Thought about throwing it up. The shot clock is down to 3 now. Just has to turn and get it away. And in the end, much better defensive possession there from China. They get the miss. Here's Ailun again. Pulls up, throws the two, tries to bank it in, can't get it to go. Another miss from China. Drives in, makes the layup. Good aggressive basketball from Lin Bingcheng. 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go in this second quarter. And maybe unsurprisingly, after the way they've started this second quarter, China called timeout. Well, not entirely sure what was said from Fengdu, but the tone of that team talk suggests that he is not very happy with the way that his Chinese team have started this second quarter, and rightly so, really. They've been sloppy on both ends of the floor. They've been outscored 6 points to 2. The way that they finished the opening quarter, you were kind of expecting them to come out in the second all guns blazing, but it just hasn't happened. And there's another turnover straight out of the timeout, and another chance for Chinese Taipei to bring this lead closer once again. Has been as big as 9, this to make it a one-possession game once again. The three goes up, comes up short, but Chinese Taipei will keep it. You can just see he was grabbing him there to try and make sure that he wasn't able to bring the rebound down right under the official's nose. Pretty simple one again. So another possession here for Chinese Taipei. Another 14 seconds on the clock. Liu Chengxiang. Shot clock is counting down again, high up on the glass, can't get it to go, or just about able to keep control of the ball there, China. Ailun again. Zhou Qi, don't mind him in these kind of areas. This is now where they start to panic. Zhou Qi looking to go to work, can't get it to go, grabs his own rebound and throws it down with two hands. And a little bit of afters there by the looks of it. Not entirely sure what happened there. We were focusing on Zhou Qi after he threw that dunk down. Oh, I thought Lin Bingcheng was going after Zhou Qi there. That is probably a battle he would rather avoid. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of something there between Sun Zhuyao and Zhu Junlong. So a bit of passion. Either way, the lead is 7 with just over 5 minutes to go in this first half. So China inside the penalty now. Makes 1 from 2 at the line. The lead is 6. China still have not started really in the second quarter. Here is Xu Zhenlong. Thought about the 3. Did Zhao Jiwei. It's another turnover, although they've just got it straight back. And that was really disappointing for Chinese Taipei. Just as it looked as though they had another turnover, they then just give it straight back to China. And who was the last touch off there? I think it was off China, so Chinese Taipei will keep hold of it. Still with 21 seconds on the clock. So Zhao Qi heads to the line, heads to the bench, excuse me. Thought about the 3 there, did Wu Yiping. Now the 3 does go up, but the 3 goes down. And a timely 3 at that to bring the lead back down to just 5. Lu Chunshang with the 3. He's up to 9 points personal now. Tries on the baseline, throws it out to the corner. Can China respond with a 3 of their own here, maybe? Heads back out, pulls up, throws the deep 2, but can't get it to go. And now the defensive rebound led by a fast break down the other end of the floor. It's good work in transition. The pass behind the back, the 3! 2 threes in a row. And Chinese Taipei are flying out here. They get the lead back to just 2. Now how about this pass in a second? This one just here, there we go, behind the back. See you later. And the 3 from Lu Chunshang. Absolutely brilliant from Chinese Taipei. And it looks as though Lu Wenbo has just landed a little awkwardly here. I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to continue. The physio is ready and waiting. He's up on his feet, which is a good sign, although the way he's walking is not so good. Not sure whether it's that the left knee, maybe. Oh, that'll do it. Okay, so we hope he's okay. But it is one-way traffic at the moment in the second quarter, very firmly in the direction of Chinese Taipei. They have outscored China 13 points to 6. And they do draw the foul there. We saw a rather impassioned speech from Feng Du when he called timeout earlier on in this quarter, and it's not really had the desired trick so far. Makes 1 of the 2. Shot clock counting down again here to 3 seconds. going to have to throw it up, which they do just about in time, but can't get it to go. Quitting themselves really well out here, though, Chinese Taipei. It would mean the absolute world for them to get through to the second round. It's a beautiful spin and pass out to the corner. And a timely three from China, much needed after the start they've made to this second quarter. And Xu Junlong just calms the nerves somewhat and puts them 6 points up once again. And Chinese Taipei call timeout with 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this second quarter. So 6 point game, China 36, Chinese Taipei 30, 3 minutes to go in this first half. Chinese Taipei still with a couple of fouls to give. Drives to the baseline, just can't get it to go, and the defensive rebound by Wang Shailin. Three from miles out, that is somewhat ambitious. He was on his own when the pass came down the floor there. Here is Chu Wei-chen. Another three goes up. They've made another here, Chinese Taipei, and it's Lin Bingsheng who gets it to go. He is up to 8 points personal now, and once again, it is just a one-possession game here. Doing a brilliant job right now, Chinese Taipei. They're hanging right with China, not going anywhere. Said it would mean the world to them, just to make the second round, really. It has been so long since they were able to compete at a FIBA Basketball World Cup, 1959 in Chile. They actually finished in 4th position that year. Known as Formosa back then, lost to Chile. Brazil actually won their first Basketball World Cup that year. Difficult looking shot, but still gets it to fall. All his body weight was falling to the left-hand side, had to throw to his right. And it's really difficult to get that touch in the field, but did so brilliantly. And it's a 1 point game now. The end of one, China led by 9, and you were kind of thinking that by the end of the second quarter, it would probably be a double-digit game. In the end, Wang Shailin is able to put it back. So he's up to 2 points, 6 rebounds for him. Foul is called. So Zhang Chenya at the stripe. An air of calm and contentment on the Chinese Taipei bench right now. .45 seconds to go. The three from the corner is good. Well, they've not made many threes today, but the ones they have made have been pretty timely, you would say, from a Chinese point of view. Actually, was foot just on the line there. I think that was just a 2 that's been given. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Is he aware of it? He should be, because the crowd are counting down. Oh, the decision has actually gone Chinese Taipei's way here, has it? No, it's gone on Chen Qiaohao. So with 15 seconds to go, China have themselves a couple of free throws here. Let's just have a look what happened. Just needed to play that on a little bit more. Either way, it is 2 shots for China. Xu Junlong makes the first. And the second. Zhou Qi is going to come back onto the floor for the final 15 seconds or so, just to try and shore things up on the defensive side of things. Back to a 6-point game. Pulls up, throws the 2, oh, gets it to go as well. It's a beautiful shot. And now from the half court, can't get it to fall. And Chinese Taipei, well, they will be absolutely delighted, I would have thought, with the way that they have battled and competed in that first half. But it is China 42, Chinese Taipei 38 at the halftime break. Well, Zhou Qi is the leading player for China, 11 points for him, whereas Liu and Lin both have double digits for Chinese Taipei. I haven't seen too much of Zhou Qi, really. He's only played 10 minutes in that first half. So obviously, Feng Du happy to just give plenty of players minutes here today against Chinese Taipei, knowing that it is a busy 5 days for them. 4 games in 5 days. Chinese Taipei, well, they have competed right from the get-go. I think a few people maybe had this one down as a bit of a banker for China, but they came out quickly. They immediately got on the front foot. They immediately made things difficult for China. Zhou Qi did his best to cause plenty of havoc on both ends of the floor. Lun as well. But I would imagine right now, Feng Du is making his point of view perfectly clear in the locker room. He will not be happy at all with the way that his side have gone about things out there. There have been moments of good, don't get me wrong. That little block there, certainly one of them. But on the whole, they've been Yeah, a little scrappy. They've turned the ball over too much for their liking. 9 turnovers for China, just 4 for Chinese Taipei. So kind of stats like that which highlight just how disappointing they've been. They're only shooting 40% from the field from 2-point range, China. When you compare that, before coming into this game, they're at 56% from 2-point range. Quite a big difference there. So they've just not been at it. And they've also always got Zhou Qi to make plenty of plays like this, but there's a little bit of a coming together as well. That needed quickly extinguishing. The big question will be, though, can Chinese Taipei continue this kind of level throughout the whole game? And the other thing, of course, is that you would expect China's level to increase as this game goes on. You'd be surprised if they played as poorly in the second half as they did in the first. Three-point shot just started to get going as the half wore on. Chinese Taipei also made a few of their own. This one in the corner was a big one. Hu Mingxuan, just when it looked as though Chinese Taipei were fighting back, but little look at the stats. And yeah, 41% from 2-point range. They'll be really disappointed with that, as will Chinese Taipei, in all honesty, down at 33%. They've heavily out-rebounded Chinese Taipei, and that turnover stat is wrong. They have given 9 turnovers away, China, to just 4 for Chinese Taipei. But they do lead by 4, where they haven't been at their best. Do join us again for the second half in about 10 minutes' time.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Cheng Pai can't find its way to Altino, but still Chinese Taipei ball with the shot. How about that? That is extraordinary from Bing Shen Lin with an extraordinary tray. Get out of here!
Build on this 10-point lead again here, 11 and 7 minutes to go in this ball game. It's great hands, Arakji, and a simple finish.
Tipped away by Clemens, chance to run, 2-on-1. Jamshidi, the only man back, and they go upstairs. Lovely little lob pass. And the finish, an easy one in the end for Kazakhstan. Took everyone by surprise as Maxim Marshuk finished it off there.
Just wanted Vague to post up. Instead, Vague with a lovely little spin move and a backdoor cut. Loses Taniguchi to get the score.
Bertie Ravena has it. Spins, puts it up, gets it to go. They got some talented, skillful players out there, don't they?
Zeldowicz now going in the lane now, goes all the way. Another block shot there by Dweri, and now we got transition all the way. Throws it down. Wow. Freddie Ibrahim with a bit of authority on that one.
Swalem gets the offensive rebound and kicks it out, and he gives it away. Kahita, and left-hand finish and blocked by Murthan Al-Mawani. Saudi Arabia refuse to give anything easy to Indonesia. Look at the hustle.
Samuels accepts the pass. Now fakes it, drives in. Oh, what hops he has! And then he hung on the rim and slapped the backboard. Whoa! What a drive from Samuel.
5 from 7 from outside in this quarter. They went 1 from 8 in the first quarter, the Philippines, so it really is. Oh, and a rejection, a nasty rejection from Kwame.
And the pass is stolen. And all alone is Saudi Arabia. Big throwdown. Al-Baghawi, double clutch. Watch this, highlight reel. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion and the heavy throwdown.
So welcome back everybody to the John Cain Arena here in Melbourne. There is your reminder to download the World Cup qualifying app. Either scan the QR code there or head on to the App Store. Make sure that you have that on your device. Guide you through the rest of the qualifying campaign, and then of course the World Cup proper when it gets underway in just over 12 months time from now. But we have a game on our hands here. China leading Chinese Taipei, but only by 4, 42 points to 38. Chinese Taipei, this is must-win territory for them. They are 0-3 heading into this game. Remember, this is the final window of the first round of qualifying before the second round gets underway later this year in August. And it is the top 3 teams that will go through to the second round. China have already lost to Australia yesterday. They will play Australia again on Sunday before playing Chinese Taipei again on Monday. There's no doubt that China were nowhere near their best in that opening half. The good news, I suppose, for them is that they still lead. They still lead by 4, but they'll be hoping for a much better performance in this second round. And they have started off the third quarter with the opening points. Hu Mingxuan is up to 12. Yeah, you would have thought that Feng Du, the Chinese head coach, would have probably laid into them a little bit at the half-time break there. We saw a timeout midway through the second quarter where he was not happy one bit with the way that they were playing, and that's a beautiful little mid-range two from Sun Zhuyao. Lin Bingsheng with the assist. The man in the corner if they wanted it, but instead Zhou Qi just jumps all over them and makes the simplest of twos. Remember, you can get in touch with us as well. Hashtag FIBA WC. We'd love to know your thoughts on how the FIBA World Cup qualifying process is going. Who do you think is going to make their way through from the Asian qualifiers? Pulls up, shoots the two, shoots an air ball, and that will just go out of bounds, and China will have it back. Important that they start well in this third quarter here, Chinese Taipei, after playing so well in that first half. Don't want to undo all of that hard work, the start of this third. So the lead is 6. Mingxian again, another two-pointer for him. He started this third quarter well. And that lead is just growing. This has been a slow start for Chinese Taipei. Leads up to 8. So Wu Yiping draws the foul. Pulls up, shoots the mid-range two, can't get it to go. Rebound by Zhou Qi, his 6th, to go alongside his 13 points. Pass out to the corner, it's an open look. Wasn't able to get it to go, but a foul was called underneath there. So another 14 seconds here for China, 7.5 still on the clock. Wu Yiping heads to the bench. A lot of bodies, but he's still able to get it to go. And for the first time today, China have a double-digit lead. This has been a great start to this third quarter, much more like it from China. Kind of expecting them to turn it on. Oh, and now a big block from Zhou Qi. Excuse me, it's an 8-point game. Chance for a double-digit lead now, though. He drives inside, and that's exactly what it is. This has not been the start the Chinese Taipei were after. Outscored 8 points to 2, the opening 3.5 minutes or so of this third quarter. Much better tempo, intensity from China right now. It's another miss from Chinese Taipei. They've got the defensive rebound as well. Here is Ailun. This is good stuff here from China. Much more like it. Comes out, sets the screen. Have the spare man in the corner, or instead just drives inside. And that's too easy. Tran makes the two. And no surprise at all that it is a timeout called here from Chinese Taipei. Yeah, I was right, actually. The first time it was a double-digit lead. The scoreboard just hadn't been updated, so it's a 14-point game here for China.
OK 吗？来，再看一次啊。对啊，我现在做 pick and roll， 你下边拿到3分，我放里面你都有空档。现在做大，再做大，你到这边来，5在这边，4、3、2，传球进来有没有机会找大脚？回给上下脚，他只会追，没有机会示范哦。没有机会的话，你先球进来，再到这边来做投篮。好，来，1、2、3，我给 mismatch， 你下面都 post 没有机会，转到这边来，我去打，我要下滑拿出来，你就有空档，因为我下滑出去，好吗？你卡在刚刚都 post 2次位的空档。
The lead is growing and growing here. China 54, Chinese Taipei 40. Outscored 12 points to 2 so far in this third quarter. So Chinese Taipei need to get something going and quickly. The long two goes up. And they get it to go as well. So that's good stuff from Sun Shu Yao. Cheng Chen Ya with the assist. That's a great pass, and it's a pretty simple two for Zhou Qi. He's up to 15 personal now, 5 for 8 from the field. Chinese Taipei will keep it, still with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Again, happy to give him that open look at the three. That's good stuff from Zhou Qi. Break down the rebounds. That's a beautiful alley-oop. Thrown down with authority from Zhou Qi. And China are really beginning to play now. And they've got the steal as well, have they? Chinese Taipei actually win that back. That's a good hustle on the floor there. So Xu Junlong back on the floor for China. Substitution for Chinese Taipei as well. 17 seconds left on the shot clock here. Just under 5 minutes to go. Drives to the baseline. Shot clock is down to 5, spinning. Comes inside, this will be a long 2. Can't get it to go, and the rebound by Zhu Junlong. Tries to bounce it in to Zhou Qi. Zhou Qi does well to keep hold of it, kicks it back out, but throws it out of bounds. Four minutes to go. Here is Yu Ache. Shot clock once again, it's counting down. Oh, he's had his pocket picked, but the loose ball somewhat fortuitously found its way into a Chinese Taipei hand. And they're able to make the 2, bring that lead back down to 14. Here's Zhou Qi again, they just cannot stop him. Almost impossible to stop when he gets in those kind of positions in the paint. Just give him the ball and let him go to work. Up to 17. And the lead is 16 with 3.5 to go. Zhou Qi again, difficult looking shot. They don't mind him out there, near the foul line. Can't get that one to go either. Very nearly grabbed his own rebound, but in the end, the fast break is on here for China. Puts on the afterburners on, gets it to fall. Beautifully done from Zhu Qi. Two and a half to go. Another beautiful turnover, and Zhou Qi goes all the way and throws it down with 2 hands. And China have completely taken control of this game in this 3rd quarter. They lead by 20 now. Quite amazing, the turnaround that we've seen. They've got another steal here. China and Chinese Taipei are rapidly falling apart, and it looks as though their World Cup hopes are falling away as well. A timeout has been called with just over 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. But quite amazing how quickly this game has turned. They lead by 22 all of a sudden. So 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. China 66, Chinese Taipei 44. Remember, it was a 4-point game at half-time, so that is the kind of damage that China have managed to do in this third quarter. They did actually well just to keep his balance there. Drew the foul. Makes one of two. Keeps the lead at 21 with 90 seconds to go. Steps inside, shoots the long two, no good. Strong rebound by Aylin. Oh, he did well. Drew the contact, just couldn't quite make the two, but Wang will head to the line and shoot a couple. He's done well to grab the rebounds. Another opportunity here for China. The three goes up. No good. Another offensive rebound. Kicks it back out. Spins. Oh, the no-look pass. How about that? The two by Zhu Junlong. But it was all about the no-look dish. Just haven't been able to get anything going. Another rebound by Wang Lin. Now he tries to go coast to coast and makes the two. Great stuff from Aylin. And you're starting to feel a little bit for Chinese Taipei here, who did so well to keep this game as competitive as they did in the first half. But just a look at what China can do when they get their game going. That has been an authoritative third quarter by China. The buzzer goes, and, well, they led by 4 at the end of the second quarter. But at the end of the third, it is China 72, Chinese Taipei 48. Look at the stats, and, well, that 2-point percentage has risen dramatically from a Chinese point of view. It was down at just 40% at the end of the first half. That's up to now 61% at the end of that third quarter. Here's a look at the best plays. Courtside 1891. Get streams, schedule scores, just scan the QR code there. Quite amazing what has just happened in that third quarter. What a way of just putting this game to bed, really, from a Chinese point of view. You feel as though Chinese Taipei's World Cup hopes hanging by a thread right now, but from a Chinese point of view, remember the points that you accrue from the first round, they roll over to the second round, so every single point counts. So even though they're probably thinking, well, this game might be done now, they can ill afford to take their foot off the gas right now. They will just be looking to win this game by as big a margin as physically possible. Looking to start the fourth quarter with a three. No good, and the defensive rebound brought in by Chinese Taipei. Can they just start this final quarter quickly? Oh, it's going to take some turnaround if they can come back into this one. And that's not the start they wanted. So get the reset. Throws the three, looks good, is good. Dream start to the final quarter for Chinese Taipei. They're off and running with a three. So yeah, the next few games for China, they will take on Australia again on Sunday. Remember, they played Australia yesterday and lost out 76 points to 69. So a chance for China to try and get their revenge on Australia on Sunday, excuse me, and then on Monday they will play Chinese Taipei for the second time as well. And for Chinese Taipei, on Sunday they will take on Japan. And then on Monday, of course, it will be China again, their final game of the first round of this qualifying campaign before the second round gets underway in August. There'll be 3 more windows before we find out which teams have booked their spot at the World Cup when it gets underway in August next year, as the three is thrown from miles out and still is able to get it to fall. Take a bow, Lun. Another steal. Oh, and yeah, he's drawn the foul just on his way up. Oh, it's the three just a second ago from Lun. Well, they'll be able to head into the next game with Australia with plenty of confidence here, China. Certainly the way that they've played in the second half. Don't think they would have been particularly happy with the way they went about life in the opening half, but Feng Du will be delighted with the response of his side. Here is Liu Chengxiang. Liu Chengxiang gets it back. Beautiful little fake, and then the three. Looked good in the air, but no good, and the rebound's brought under by Hu Mingxuan. Here is Ailun. That's great ball movement out from China, and it leads to the simplest of twos from Wang Zhelin. Steps back. This will be a three if it goes, which it doesn't. Ailun grabs the rebounds. Just under 7 minutes to go in this one. Ailun goes coast to coast and puts in the two. After grabbing the rebound down the other end of the floor. He's had a really good game, has Ailun, who's been heavily involved. The lead is now 30. Ailun's got 13 points, 6 for 10 from the field today. Another miss for Chinese Taipei. You just feel as though the wind has gone out of their sails. Ailun again. Oh, how nice is that? High up on the glass. He is feeling it right now. And he can go and have a well-earned rest. Timeout is called. China 83, Chinese Taipei 51.
好，5个全部把它拉开。我在做的时候注意看哈，5个再拉开，1、2，对不对？这把它拉开了。如果第一个就到这边来，就到这边来，对不对？我如果拖它在这个地方4、3到这边来，传球就轻走，是不是？传球轻走，对不对？传球轻走。 这边接到球的时候，这边会做下档出来，这边可以做一个反挡，再穿中 ，OK 吗？好，再看一下哈，1、2、5、4、3，传球轻走，这边过来，这边来，给球下档，更前的，这边可以做后挡进来，没有说再到中间来，接到球给的再做推给到，好，下来，绕，哎，重要的是分布，不要让它破百，我要压时间，了解吗？好，来，1、2、3，哎。
Yeah, he's had some game today as Ailun, 15.7 rebounds, 7 or 11 from the field. And yeah, taking a well-earned rest here. Just over 6 minutes to go. The lead has got out of hand, really. They led by 4 at the end of the first half. They now lead by 32. Trying to find a way through. The three does eventually open up, but once again, it's off target. To get the offensive rebound, another three goes up. This time they get it to go. Well, that will make them feel a little bit better about life for Chinese Taipei. Here's the last touch off there. It was off China, so Chinese Taipei will get possession back. Another block from China. That's about the third or fourth today. Big one this time from Shen Zijie. Another three, just firing from all angles now, Chinese Taipei. Xiao Jiwei trying to find a gap. Oh, and he somehow made the three. Zhu Ji shooting over the defense there, still able to get that three to fall. Eyeing up the 100-point mark here, China. Offensive rebounds. It's nicely done. Mid-range two. Timeout is called. This time from China, they lead by 30. .30-point game, just over 4 minutes to go. Take your time, all the time in the world to knock that three down. It's a great offensive rebound as well. The ball came quickly at him. Good hands. Here is Hu Mingxuan, throws up the two, no good. Defensive rebound this time by Chen Yuwei. It's another game in this group. In an hour or so's time, Japan taking on Australia. Chinese Taipei will be desperately hoping that Australia win that and win that convincingly as the three goes up and goes down. Hu Mingxuan. Just have a look at the group. Remember, it is the top three that go through, so Chinese Taipei will go 0-4 after this game. Japan are 1-3, but remember, Japan and Chinese Taipei do play each other. That's on Sunday, so if Chinese Taipei were to win that, then you never know. It's good defense again from China. There's been a number of occasions that Chinese Taipei have allowed that shot clock to run down to 1-2 seconds, and in the end they've just had to force a really difficult look. Pulls up, throws the mid-range jumper, gets it to go. It's nicely done. Good ball movement again from China. And once more, so much time to line up that three. Might be a little disappointed that wasn't able to get that to go. Two minutes to go. China are going to be right on the coattails of Australia heading into the final few games. They've got the steal here as well. Pass down the floor, but stolen straight back. Another three, a little too much on it. Shen Zijie. No, Hu Mingzhuan, who's had a really good game. Hu Mingzhuan wants it back, gets it back, throws up another three. You almost knew it was coming. Makes yet another. He looks in such a good rhythm out there right now. Another shot clock counting down to 2 to 1. He's got to get it away. It's another 24-second violation. It's another really good defensive possession from China. Here he is again, another three. A little surprised that he didn't make it. Well, this has been a professional performance from China in the second half. Maybe a little bit of complacency in the first half. Always difficult, I think, when you're heavily expected to beat a team. Can be quite easy just to maybe not give it your entire focus, almost subconsciously coming into the game, and maybe that's the case in the first half. But how well they've been able just to turn it on in the second. Final possession of the game. Can they finish with a flourish? No, they can't. And the buzzer goes. And China pick up the win just as they were expected to do. It was maybe a little harder work for large periods of that game, but in the end, it's a pretty convincing victory. It's finished China 94, Chinese Taipei 58. Well, when you think that they led by just 4 at the end of the first half, the fact that they've been able to win by nearly 30 in the end shows just what a dominant second half China were able to find. Disappointing for Chinese Taipei, of course, they were without Will Artino today, who's been a revelation for them this year. But I would imagine Feng Du, the head coach of China, will be pretty happy actually in the end with the way that his side have responded. I would have thought that they were given a talking to in that first half. But the way that they responded was magnificent. Here's a look at the stats then at the end of the game. 63% two-point field goal percentage That was down at just 40% at the end of the first half. Heavily out-rebounded Chinese Taipei. Thanks really to Zhao Qi, 22 assists as well. Who was great, he had 26 points in the end. Zhao Qi had 21. And let's just quickly have a look at the best plays of that second half. Xumin Chao was so good, he was everywhere. Certainly got that three-point shot working as well, didn't he? And they can head into that Australia game in a couple of days' time with so much confidence. There he is again, Hu Mingchuan, not just from three-point range, but in the paint as well. And that was one of the highlight plays. Beautiful pass up from Zhao Jiwei, and Zhou Qi on the alley-oop, able to throw it down with authority. And there was yet another block for Zhou Qi. Didn't even bother on the defensive end there to try and deal with that. And in the end, I think, yeah, the win was just taken out of the Chinese Taipei sails, really. They had nothing more to give at the end of that third quarter. I don't think they could quite believe they would have been really buoyed by the way that they played in that first half. And then in a blink of an eye, really, it was game over. But as I said, they can still go into that game with Japan on Sunday, knowing that if they win that, it makes it into a very entertaining final day in Group B. China will take on Chinese Taipei. Japan will go and play Australia, but it could come down to that final game. So it's going to be fascinating to see what happens on Sunday. Japan know that if they win that game, then that will be that. No way back for Chinese Taipei, but it could come back, could come down to that final Monday. In the end, every time the ball came out to Hu Mingchuan, he was just knocking down threes almost at will. But it is another win for China. This is how Group B looks. Australia 4-0, China go to 3-1, Japan 1-3, Chinese Taipei 0-4, but Japan, Australia, that'll be starting soon, so make sure you watch that one. It's all set up fascinatingly poised in Group B. Thanks for your company here in Melbourne today.